the downfall of America. But the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know that we are the true children of Israel, according to the Bible. So the so-called white man know that he is Esau, that America is Babylon, and that it will be destroyed in the Third World War, which is going to be a nuclear war. With that being said, give all praise.
Yahawah, bahasham, bahasham, bahasham.
Double honors to our apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers who are enduring in truth and sincerity of the men and the women who follow. Well, with that being said, we jump right into it.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, and verse 1. And you know, that's Lakia, and you hath he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins.
Yeah, so it said, you have he quickened, you have he made alive. Who's the you? All right, he's speaking to us. He's speaking to the ones who have woken up to this truth, all right, and profess to be a so-called black Hebrew Israelite, all right? We're Hebrew Israelites, man, that's who we are. That's who we were born to be. That's who God loves, all right? That's who all the, matter of fact, you get Romans 9 real quick.
God. It's Ephesians 2 and verse 1. And you hath he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins.
It's Romans 9 and 1. I say the truth in Hamashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed for Hamashiach, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites.
Yeah, man, Paul saying that he was cursed for his brethren. So we know that Paul, who was a Roman citizen, okay, a man born in Tarsus, he's saying that he's an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. Okay, so that's already telling you that you don't have to be born in Israel to be an Israelite. You can be born in other places because that's how it was. We were scattered to the four corners. Okay?
To whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises.
Yeah, man, the promises, the serving of the Most High, the giving of the law. All of that pertains unto us, all right, those who came back, all right? Read that back in Ephesians one more time.
Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 1. And you hath he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins.
It said that we were dead in trespasses and sins because we were living in the world, okay? And when you live in the world, you're fueled by the world. But now we're living in the Spirit, so we're fueled by the Spirit.
In time past, ye walked according to the course of this world.
Yeah, we were in the world doing worldly things. All right, our mind wasn't on salvation. Our mind wasn't on, the destruction of America. We were thinking about the next party to go to, or whatever we were thinking at that time. It really doesn't matter. It was worldly. All right, but now our mind has changed. Now our kindness, our spirit has really changed. Because we see that there's something more out here. There's a bigger purpose to be here than just party and bullshit.
According to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Yeah, man, because Satan has the rule over this place. All right, that's his job. That's what he told the Most High in Job, that he was going to and fro, all right, and walking up and down, doing his business, seeing who he could deceive, who he could trip up. So that's his job. That's why 2/3 gotta go, because the 2/3 are gonna side with Satan, so by not siding with the Most High. Because you can't play the fence. You can't be on both sides. You're either with us or you're against us.
It says, verse 3, among whom also we had our conversations in times past in the lust of our flesh.
Yeah, we had our conversation. No.
You get into the word conversation, Strong's G 390 says to turn upside down, overturn, to turn back. Read down, it says a metaphor to conduct oneself, behave oneself, live.
Yeah, that's how we live. That's how we conducted ourselves within the world. Eating abominable food, smoking cigarettes or, marijuana or whatever. Okay? Women being loose. Men just being wild. You have food?
What's up?
You got a piece of conversation.
Look at the etymology on it. It says, place where one lives or dwells, general course of actions or habits, manner of conducting oneself in the world, both senses now obsolete from old French conversation, behavior, life, way of life, monastic life, and directly from Latin, conversation them, frequent use, frequent abode in a place, intercourse, conversation, to turn about with, to break down the word turn, meaning with or together, and fatir, meaning to turn, so like the brothers that spoke about conducting yourself, and it's almost in the sense of conversation is your company that you keep. Because you turn it says turn it with, turning about, so the way you're going, but also with who you're doing it with. Alright? That's why we say that's why we say we're in the world but not of the world. Because at times you might be at work, you might start conversing about sports or something like that, but you know that they ain't gonna be out here on the highways, you know what I'm saying? So you conduct yourself how the Akim conduct themselves, man, because a dog and a hyena, what place do they have one with each other, as well as a sinner and a God?
Back to the precept. Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 4. Verse 4. I'm blocking the street. It says, among whom also we had our conversation in times past, and the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind.
Yeah, so when you're in the world, and we speak about what you want to say, that's what you just said. You wanted to fulfill those lusts, or you had urges, okay? But now everything that's good for you or good to you ain't good for you. You have to reserve yourself. You have to sacrifice certain things. Matter of fact, we'll get it in Luke, where it says, leaving the world and gaining the life. Your life. What gain is it if you leave your life in the world? Type of gain.
What you talking about? 23, and he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me.
Yeah, man, it's a sacrifice. Matter of fact, but you can't have both. All right? You want to talk about what you said?
Luke 9 and 23, and he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me.
Yeah, so you have to deny yourself the thing that you may want. All right? There's a greater purpose. So you can't always have what you want. It can't always be your way. All right? And that also goes in order. You got to follow the orders that are given. I heard about the story of this Japanese guy in World War II. You know, he was told to go to this island in the Philippines and pretty much, never surrendered. So 25 years after the war had ended, he was still at war because he was told the order to never surrender. He took it, that serious. So he didn't believe when the war had ended because he was in the forest, so to speak. So 25 years later, he still went to war, and then he actually went back to the band. But he sacrificed for his country. He sacrificed his life for the order that was given. He ultimately had to give it up, but he spent more of his life in the jungle than he did, in regular civilian life. Hey, that's the kind of dedication that we have to have. All right, to sacrifice what you had in the world, you may have been a prominent rapper or a speaker or maybe you play basketball or whatever, man. That's all secondary when you come into the truth.
And it also said to take up your cross daily. So that's constantly bearing your burdens, overcoming, getting through the things that you are gonna, come at you, so to speak. The things you're gonna come across. I did a lesson last night going into Ecclesiastes 5 and 7 where it says make no tarrying when you turn to the Lord, roughly paraphrasing, but it also said put not off from day to day. Like I'll do that later, I'll get to that at another time. You don't know. And the brother that had the video, which the link is in the description box of my video, he had the scene from Rocky where Apollo was telling Rocky, like, man, what's up, man? What's going on with you? Come on, man. And Rocky like, man, tomorrow. He's like, man, ain't no tomorrow. So you got to bear your cross daily. All right? You can't pick and choose when you feel like dealing with the Lord. Because if we the Lord right, and that woman, imagine if your woman is you're going to be ready to get rid of it. That's the mind over that. All right? And if, in our sense, that the adultery would be following after other guys, going back into the world, going after the heathen customs. Continuing on this loop, it says, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it.
Yeah, man, so if you don't want to get into this mindset, if you don't want to sacrifice the life that you have right now, then you're going to lose it. All right, but if you're willing to give up what you know as life, okay, and adopt what the Heavenly Father has in life, then you will save your life.
For what is a man advantage if he gained the whole world and lose himself or be cast away?
Yeah, so what if you got that big record contract and millions of dollars, but you had to compromise your beliefs or your morals? Then what? All right? Or you had to sell out to the Illuminati. Then what? You got everything over here, but when they switch over to the MOTV, all right? When this place goes down, you're gonna be asked out.
Hey, that's why I said in Isaiah 30, that should be a reason to go. It's back in Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 4. It says, but the Most High, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he has loved us, even when we were dead in sins, have quickened us together with the Mashiach. By grace are ye saved.
Yeah, man. So even though we were in the world, doing God knows what, right? The Lord still had mercy upon us to show us His light. You get the elect from the beginning,
I'm just saying.
I agree. It's that close to each other. It says,
this is Ephesians 1 and 5. It says, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children of Yahawashi HaMashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will, to the praise of the glory of his grace, wherein he hath made us accepted in the beloved, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins, according to the riches of his grace, wherein he hath abounded toward us in all wisdom and truth. Verse 11, in whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestinated according to the purpose of him who worketh all things after the counsel of his own will. It's like 3 spots. Ephesians 1 and 4 says, I'll go up to 3. It says, blessed be the power and Father of our Lord, Yahawashi HaMashiach, who hath blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Hamashiach, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love.
That's the point I wanted to make right there. It said that before the foundation of the world, he had predestined, the elect. So when we were in sin, when we were living in the world, that's how he did it. That's how we were able to still allow his grace and his mercy to enter into us and change us to the men that we are striving to be today.
So back in Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 6, and hath raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in Hamashiach Yahawashi, that in the ages to come he might shew the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness towards us through Hamashiach Yahawashi. We saw Ephesians 2 and 6 in the NLT, for he raised us from the dead along with Hamashiach and seated us with him in the heavenly realms, because we are united with Hamashiach Yahawashi.
Hey, just like Yahawashi actually died, we were in the world. We were dead, pretty much. But just as Yahawashi rose up, he rose us up as well. Right now, we're not going to get his prize and reward. All right, but we do get our reward going to be salvation. There's going to be the rulership of the next world. All right? And all the good things that come with that. All right?
So the Most High can point to us in all future ages as examples of the incredible wealth of His grace and kindness towards us.
Yeah, man, that's a beautiful example. To have somebody who was, out here doing God knows what, and then seeing the word entering into him, because it said that the word quickened him, right? The word quickened us and made us alive, and now your whole life purpose has changed. That's the power of the Lord. That's the power of the Lord to have Paul persecuting the church. And then he gets knocked off the horse, and now he's the main guy speaking to the Gentiles.
Trying to find that precept where they spoke on that, because all Israel, they seen what Paul was doing. They seen how he was persecuting the church, but when he went through the process of getting knocked off the horse, having the scales on his eyes, having to go through that whole process of becoming a prophet, they marveled at him like, and it's him, he was persecuting the church. That's how you saying the Most High, how the Most High, YAHAWASHI, use his power. That was a display of the Most High's power. I can make whoever a prophet. You know? So I can't remember that.
There was a man I knew in YAHAWASHI.
Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2. It says, I knew a man in Hamashiach above 14 years ago, whether in the body I cannot tell, or whether out of the body I cannot tell, the Most High knoweth. Such one caught up to the third heaven.
Yeah, so Paul's speaking about himself. Okay, go ahead.
And I knew such a man, whether in the body or out of the body I cannot tell, the Most High knows, how that he was caught up into paradise and heard unspeakable words, which is not lawful for a man to utter.
Yeah, because how about the next time dealt with Paul? Right, Paul didn't learn this from Peter or the other apostles. He got the game straight from the source. So
it says, of such in one will I glory. Yet of myself I will not glory, but in mine infirmities. For though I would desire to glory, I shall not be a fool, for I will say the truth. And now I am prepared, lest any man should think of me above that which he seeth to me, or that he heareth them.
yeah, because at the end of the day, he's still a man, but he's giving you his testimony. Like, hey, I was knocked off the horse. I had that heavenly experience, okay, and it changed him. So it's the same way, hey, you may have seen a video, click on a video. Someone may have handed you a flyer or told you something about it. But when you heard this truth, it resonated with you. All right, however you came by this truth, it resonated in you. And, the Most High opened up your eyes to it. That's a heavenly gift.
Back in Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 7. Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 8. It says, "For by grace are ye saved through faith."
Yeah, by grace are we saved through faith, not by keeping the letter of the law. Okay, because the scripture says that the second covenant is made on better promises. All right, so we don't have to keep the letter of the law. We should still strive to our best abilities to keep the law. All right, but that's not going to be the measuring stick to our salvation. All right, our faith is what's important. All right, and ultimately, the grace of the Heavenly Father, all right, to allow us not have to be 100% perfect to make it into the kingdom of heaven.
It says, "For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of the Most High."
Right, it's a gift. It's a gift to hear this knowledge and to recognize that it's the truth. It's a gift to live in the world, do things that were abominable, all right, to break the laws, and then get a clean slate. So
not of works, lest any man should boast. It says, "For we are his workmanship, created in Hamashiach Yahawashi unto good works."
yeah, man. So imagine, like you making a vase or a bowl. That's your workmanship. You're gonna be proud of that. All right. The Most High, we are His workmanship, and we are His standing. Okay, matter of fact, it says something.
Verse 10 in the NLT says, "For we are the Most High's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Hamashiach Yahawashi, so we can do the good things He planned for us long ago."
Yeah, before the foundation of the world. All right, so we are that masterpiece. Read it one more time, brother.
"For we are the Most High's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Hamashiach Yahawashi."
Yeah, He made us a new man. All right, we put off the old man, we came about the world. All right, we put on new garments. All right, righteous garments. All right, go ahead.
So we can do the good things He planned for us long ago.
So we can ultimately fulfill the purpose that He put us here for, man. All right, and we're not just here for some random reason. All right, everything is spiritual. The Most High put us together for a reason. He set this up the way He did for a reason. All right, to prophesy the downfall of America and to ultimately save the children of Israel from out of this place before its destruction.
It's Ephesians 2 verse 11. "Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called circumcision."
Yeah, so back then in times, in Ephesus particularly, all right, you had men who knew that they were Israelites. All right, that's the circumcision. And then you had men who were Israelites who didn't grow up in the traditions of Israel, who may have been following other customs, but now are realizing, just like we are realizing who we truly are, all right, and they're coming back in those times. So it's a parallel. It's really the done more than the sun. It's a new set of people waking up to your heritage.
Like it says in Peter, it says, "Since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue." It was prophesied that we would lose our heritage. It was prophesied that we would get it back. This generation shall not pass. That's why so many things are going on in the world right now. And you got a lot of people acknowledging the difference that they feel in terms of how they grew up. This ain't the
is Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 27. It says, "In being but one, she can do all things." I'll talk about wisdom. It says, "In remaining in herself, she maketh all things new, and in all ages, entering into holy souls, she maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets." You know, so really, I was just bringing that out, just showing how generation to generation, the Most High will have prophets. He will have men that He set up. But like I said, in all different generations, the Most High always had somebody from among men that He chose to push His word, to push forth the law, statutes, and commandments, and push forth the heritage of Israel. So that's the only thing about that. So going back, I'm gonna start with the topic. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 11. "Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called circumcision in the flesh made by hands, that at that time ye were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel."
Yeah, so when we were in the world, we were aliens, we were, strangers into the truth, okay? Same as in that time, okay? They were strangers to the truth. And then Paul, he went to Ephesus, he went to, all these different places, preaching the word, teaching the word, and ultimately sending the letters, which we read the scriptures today, bidding to the marriage.
"And strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope, and without the Most High in the world."
Yeah, man, so if you ain't got YAHAWASHI on your side, there is no hope. That's our only hope. That's our only way out of America. Is to get beamed up in the chariot. So you have 124,000 prophets. All right, the 1/3. All right, this is who's going to get the salvation. But the 2/3, there's no hope. There's no hope. So your only hope is to put on YAHAWASHI and to pray that you're predestined.
Verse 13, Ephesians 2, verse 13. "But now in Hamashiach YAHAWASHI, ye who sometimes were afar off are made nigh by the blood of Hamashiach."
Yeah.
It says, "But now in Hamashiach YAHAWASHI, ye who were sometimes afar off are made nigh by the blood of Hamashiach."
Yeah, so the ones who didn't know that they were Israelites, the ones who thought they were Romans or thought you was American, all right, because YAHAWASHI died, all right, you won't stop you. Because we're not one. We're not Jews or Gentiles and Jews as a separation. We're brought together. All right, we're closing up the gaps.
Verse 14, "For he is our peace, who hath made both one, and has broken down the middle wall of partition between us."
Yeah, man, there's no separation. All right? Because whether you knew that you was an Israelite from the jump, or since birth, or you came in 6 months ago, or, hey, if you watching this video, today is your first day. All right? There's no separation between us.
"Having abolished in the flesh the enmity, even the law of commandments contained in ordinances, for to make in himself of twain one new man, so making peace."
Yeah, man, so that's one way, making one. All right, we are one body. All right, we're not two different bodies with two different agendas. All right, the ones who know, the ones who are in the know, and the ones who are not. All right, we're one. We're one body. An arm, a leg, an eye, a hand. We're we all quickly join together and we move as a unit, right? Through the spirit of YAHAWASHI.
Verse 16, and that he might reconcile both into the Most High in one body by the cross, having slain the enmity thereby.
Yeah, man, he stopped all that beefing, so to speak, because that's the big deal. Peter sat with publicans and sinners, you know, and Peter knew better. And, Peter didn't want to get basically the heat to come down on him from those who were in the know. All right, so Paul seen that and he had a problem with it and he addressed it. But the whole end of the story is, all right, whether you just came in or whether you always been in, we're one body. We're all salvation.
And came, verse 17, and came and preached peace to you which were afar off, and to them that were nigh. For through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father.
Yeah, it's all about giving YAHAWASHI the glory at the end of the day, because that's how we were brought back. All right, through his sacrifice, through him sacrificing himself. Yeah.
For through him, it's like it.
But it also says we now have access, man. You know, that's a blessed thing. You know, because all as Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, YAHAWASHI now have access. You know? It's a major thing. You can do right. You got access, you still ain't gonna get in. You know? So that's it's called Kal Halal YAHAWASHI. Giving us the opportunity of access. You know what I'm saying? Giving us access. And we're through in all kind of opportunities to ensure that we win. You know? It's just that we gotta as the elect, we gotta work for it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a major difference between the elect and the two-thirds, because you know, two-thirds don't have that spirit of a sincerity of want. You know what I'm saying? If they believe in the Most High, they're too lazy to establish the law, or undisciplined, or unfaithful in certain areas. And as the scriptures say, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. So you can't be partial. You know, let's get that scripture says. Well, just to talk about without partiality. That's like judging and things like that. But even in your own judgment, you're supposed to be straight and narrow to what your intentions are.
It says Hebrews 4:2, for unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it.
See, because this word right here is being taught in the open. Just like that's the difference between us and churches, because the church, you're pretty much getting the people who you want already. But we're preaching in the open, so it's doing this right to do, man. You know what I'm saying? We're on the highways and the hedges, all right? Therefore, some people will wake up, some people not. You know, to them it's going to be, what's the scripture says unto them, to the elect, it's like one way, and unto them, like, I forget, I can't think of it right now.
One word. I was waiting for that one word.
I think it's in Shabbat.
a difference between the elect and the 2/3. And that's what Jake don't understand. It ain't about how you look, all right? It ain't about how you walk, how you carry yourself. It's about your conduct, your faith, and your belief. Okay? Because the Lord chose the low to confound the wise. All right? So it has nothing to do with coming on a horse. It has nothing to do with the general. You know what I'm saying? What it has to do is you're sincere. It has nothing to do with how much you contributed financially to a cause, what you're capable of. Alright? It's about what you're contributing to this gospel. And a lot of people can't leave off from the world to come into this gospel, especially 2/3, man. Because as the scriptures say, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, you know, let's get that, you know, wickedness in high places. You know, because there's energies and all kind of things that Jake is coming across and dealing with, you know, some clone Tyrone shit, some, you know, where there's product and food, there's programming through imagery, okay?
Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12, it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places."
And the birds that lost that war, you know what I'm saying? They're in the process of losing that war. Alright? They're losing to being lazy, or they're losing to you know, and then Esau instigates the opposite to call people to be into the world, you know, via through programming and habit. Because one thing about habits is that there's trigger points, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you associate something with something, and every time you hear about it or see it, it's gonna trigger that habit. You know, from being obese, over-sexualized, desensitized to violence, you know, so much trickery and lies, you know, the food got you bugged out, you know, and Jake don't know how to, hey, it's Kal Halal YAHAWASHI that he pulled us out, because it wasn't by how it works. That's why I said that you were called, okay? So it's a blessing, because, hey, I forget what it says, in Job, I believe, it says when a man is born, you know what I'm saying, into the many sorrows, you know, born to the day I was born, man, you know, because this place is set us up for the kill, but a lot of our people are sold out to the Babylon, man. Let's get that with Isaiah the 30th chapter, you know, because Babylon has gave them a sense of some type of security, okay? But there is no security here. Everything is a breach ready to fall. That's what we're about to read, you know.
It says, "Woe unto the rebellious children, said the Lord Yahawah, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit."
Yeah, that's our people, man, and it was happening then, but now it's spiritually happening more aggressive, okay? It's way more aggressive now, to where the truth is out, and it's hard to believe, you know, to where our people don't know at all. They don't have no Jerusalem to walk through. The Israelites got a dark skin at that. You know what I'm saying? It's a super lie going out there, and that's why it says in the lands of the north, I get it mixed up. We shall remember ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, thou shalt not be called my people.
But not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt.
Yeah, so how did they add sin ran by the devil, man. Okay. Let's get that precept as a king is, so is his people. You know, that goes all around. Okay.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Yeah. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? So if this place is ran by Satan himself, what you think? Why you think all our people are into this stuff? Wasn't our people sacrificing the calves and all that? Because they was in Egypt. They learned that. You know what I'm saying? And only the elect will stand stiff and not fold to these societal norms. Okay? Because it's a normal society. Even though it's bad, it's normal here because wickedness is normal because the person that's running this place is wicked. Okay? There's no honoring of the Sabbath day. Alright? There's no honor of none of the laws in the Bible, man. Okay? And they're not only doing that, but they're waxing worse and worse. And all in the name of the flesh, man. Okay? This gender battle, it's all a carnal battle. It has nothing to do with logic, humanity, okay? Salvation, spirituality. It has nothing. It has all to do with that particular person. Okay? And everybody trying to make something happen with that particular person. That's all it is because Esau, really Satan, the spirit of Satan is pushing everything. He's sweeping all the wickedness all together, man. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, let's get devil will have but a short time. You know what I'm saying? It's coming down great wrath. You know, all his gender shit, this is great wrath. It's like he ain't fully wilding out because ultimately it's gonna be them martial law and just firing off. Okay? The money system changing. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, he may not see it, but Esau's just ramping things up, man. You know? Like I was watching matter of fact, let's get that real quick. I don't know. Like
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
Yeah. But like an example of that type of great wrath is he ain't gonna wait till you get old to program you to be, I'm gonna say he's gonna stray at the kids. He ain't gonna wait till you, it's like he started early going fast, man. Alright? That CVID, man, that just created a hell of a price hike for everything. So they had to like accelerate this money system crashing, so-called crashing. Okay? Now you got BRICS, the UAE, Iran, a couple other countries joining BRICS. And it says that, you know, pretty much to make themselves stronger, particularly to fight politically against the U.S. Okay? Pretty much to fight against NATO and the EU, which is ultimately the beast. Okay? That's the beast that the book of Revelation speaks of. The whore in America is the whore that sit up on the back of that beast. Okay? And all this, meanwhile, all this is going on, and 2/3 of our people is because they're stuck in the clone Tyrone atmosphere, man. Whether it's partying, Esau put a hell of sorrows on you, and you just fucking party all day to try to relieve it. He'll beat the hell out of you, and then have you run in a room of rest, and then beat the hell out of you, have you run in a room of rest, just to like, you know, to operate you, man. You know what I'm saying? That room that beats the hell out of you powers his system. And he'll give you the room of rest. And you'll feel like, oh dang, man, weekends, that's really appreciated. You know what doctors and teachers annually, man. You know, there was no need for all that. But that's just the system of the devil, man. But our people are lost in that. When Esau give you drink, he'll give you movies, give you Olive Garden, you know. Give you a way to give him the money right back, because he ain't gonna just do it like that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna just give you something. AL. So even though I'm gonna let you off, you gotta still pay me though. What I'm gonna pay you with? The stuff that you work for up in there. It's like, damn, how will come up? I don't know, you gotta work harder. You gotta go into it at the same time. That's how Esau is, man. You know, but our people have like submitted to the Babylonian oppression, man. They say, okay, well, this is it. Maybe I can make a difference here. I'm gonna just stay here. Maybe I can become one of Pharaoh's cupbearers. You know, that's how these niggas think, man.
The scriptures speak about daily bread. Because it's weekly or bi-weekly or monthly bread. What you owe, you know? Imagine if you split your check up into 5 days. You get that at the end of the day, and at sundown you get to go home. You know what I'm saying? So what you call that? One of those spaces? Get that like the overall?
Overall.
Yeah, you at home when your melatonin is kicking in. You know, because that's when the sun goes down. That's when that kick in. You get up at man. Society will function the way, but like
that's why the cock crow in the fucking morning, man.
You going to bed, that mud.
Yeah.
Like, what you doing?
But Esau made it like that, and then people that succumb to it, some of our people even love the silk, you know, because our people don't know how to suffer. 2/3 of our people don't know how to suffer and lose out to gain some fucking integrity. Okay? Moab ain't take none of that shit, man. They try to play with Moab. Them boys wrote a law right after that. They never get Jake that, man, because y'all too individualized, man. You know? You go ahead, brother.
Isaiah 30:2, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth.
Yeah, going down, trying to be or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Going to college, you know, or just living the Babylonian way. It really ain't nothing going to go to school, get you a little bread, but the more you go up in that place, the harder it's gonna be to get out. You know? That's just it. So if you start going to college or you start getting this degree and that, it's gonna be harder to be in this truth, man. You know? And that's only for, you know, strong-minded people. But in this time, really, you shouldn't be on that shit at all. You know? There ain't no reason to go anywhere right now. Cause we really at the end of this thing, man. You know?
It says to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Yeah, that's why our people do that. That's why they get in league with Babylon, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. All right, to become strong and mighty in this environment. There's only one way to be strong here. And you gotta adapt to their roots. Okay?
It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Yeah, the American way. The I love everybody. The did you vote? All that. You know what I'm saying? That's trusting in the hospital. You know, trusting in whatever the government says, the police said, so it's got to be true. We need them. There is no racism. You know?
That's that confusion too, with, like you said, trusting in the government or the ability to vote. You actually think you got hope to make a change. And all in all, they know what they do on the backhand side, man. Yeah, when you in that rat race.
But love is blind. So you're not gonna listen. You're not gonna look at logic. nah, woman be in love and say, and the dude just be a piece of shit. And they be like, oh no, leave him alone. She be like, you know what I'm saying? She be head over heels. You know, same thing with with men. You know, nah, bro, she a thot, bro. Come on, man, bro, love it, bro, you just change. You know, and it's all what you love, what you loving for. You know, and some people just, like I said, first of all, people are too weak to deal with their pressures. So they say, well, you know, since you're not beating me when I do this, I love you for it. You know what I'm saying? And okay, I won't get on all these other genders. Not only that, I'm a defender. You know, that's what they said. Would say the Maccabees came so forward.
This is First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. It says, in those days there went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people who were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen.
Yeah. So they say, you know, not only am I gonna do it, but I want to, you know, be certified. You know what I'm saying? You want to certify your wickedness, nigga. You got a certificate for selling up, man. You know, shaking hands and shit. Pictures got evidence. You know.
And made themselves uncircumcised, verse 14, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem.
And that's a big difference between being an alien, like you over there, like you in Rome and you chilling in Rome, but you're an Israelite. That's different from doing that to you. You know what I'm saying? You move to Alabama, I come in, answer the phone, roll tide. You know what I'm saying? Who is this? You don't even say shalom no more. You know? Talking to you know? So it's like, nah, bro, nah, you can hear a little twang in people talk based on where they from and shit like that, or meals that they eat. You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna change your culture. Okay? And that's how it is now. There's many brothers everywhere, and there's a hub. You know what I'm saying? New York is a hub, you can say. Okay? It is a hub. Right? And all these other places are just like different churches in different cities. Okay? Everybody have different cultures, but all of us are one body. Okay? So when we come in, you know, pastors come down and you know, some ash, whatever that do, with the Berenice, Catrillion, whatever that guy, that nigga name made up. You know what I'm saying? He, you know, calls on that name, and then this church calls on this name, or they do the Passover with chicken legs and celery. You know, like, it don't work like that, man. You know? But yeah, that's pretty, you know, you're supposed to be one body, one band, one sound. Yeah, but you go ahead, brother.
Verse 14, it says, whereupon they built a place of exercise.
Like it, because I was talking about the alien, the difference between actually going to Alabama or going to these places and identifying. We're in America, but the Lord said, come out of it. How should come out of it spiritually, man? And what is the spirit? That's our guide, that's our culture, our way of life. So we don't walk the same as Babylonians walk. Okay? So I hope it ain't make no difference for us. You know? It just was better traffic, man. You know? That's the main thing I miss about it. I have to open up. Check some drive then.
First Maccabees 1 and 14, it says, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were so to do mischief.
Yeah. So let's get that in 2nd Ezra, where the angel told Ezra, we're about those who be like thee, man. You know? That's at the end of the day, man. Man, you know, we curse out 2/3. This ain't no 9 cursing, no. Like 2/3, 2/3. But the elect is the elect. You know what I'm saying? And that's where our mind should be on, not because that's what helps us. That's what we feed off of. That what increases, man. You know, and just living in the steps of the elect, man. Just walking the light. You know.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, and in verse 13, it says, "And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, who the world is and for who the world is created."
No.
2nd Ezra 8 and 50, it says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride."
Yeah, that great pride, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, 2/3 have lived deliciously, man. They broke down to the McDouble. You know what I'm saying? They broke down to the soberly. They broke down to that Henny. You know, they broke down to them BBLs, the Fiat notes. You know, they lost the battle, man.
"But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee."
Yep. So the Lord told us to do what? Seek out the glory for such as be like us, man, which is the elect. So if you believe that you're a child of the Most High, that means we should be researching and searching out our ways to make sure that we continue to be the elect or increasing our righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Not I want to say this because this is for us personally. Not blame everybody else around you in your walk. You know what I'm saying? If you're walking in that path of the elect, you're constantly trying to work to get better. You're focusing and making sure, like when you're studying for the elect. You're studying for yourself, you're studying for the elect. You could be like, I'm gonna cut this 2/3 nigga, like the cut's gonna come. So I'm studying to edify the elect, man. When I teach, I'm teaching the elect. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help the elect know the difference between the elect and the 2/3. You know what I'm saying? They getting on them. It ain't the them 2/3 their 15 minutes of fame. It's to show. It's really the Spirit of the Lord showing everybody the energy that how the Lord feels toward them. You know what I'm saying? And Jake going off, spitting and yelling. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord expressing his anger toward them niggas, man. You know? But at the end of the day, we're mainly out here to set at defense of the gospel and to preach according to bringing the elected to the marriage. You know?
Sirach 33 verse 17. It says, "Consider that I labor not." It says, Sirach 33 verse 17. "Consider that I labor not for myself only, but," it says, "but for all them that seek learning."
Yeah, man. So we do this for the elect's sake, man. We pray for the elect's sake. And it gets so heavy with it that we don't deal with 2/3. So all these unity camps and all these other groups, we don't do all that, man. You know, we worry about the truth and the truth only. Okay? So when it's not about the truth, we own it. For the sake of the truth, for the sake of the elect. Alright?
Ecclesiastes 24 and 32, "I will yet make doctrine to shine as the morning, and will send forth her light afar off."
Yeah, I'll make doctrine. That's gospel right there. I'll make doctrine to shine. Nobody put their candle under a bush, you know, but on top of that hill, you make it shine as the morning. That means you waking everybody up, man. You know, let that truth be known.
Lighthouse is a warning, you know. It says, "I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy, and leave it to all ages forever. Behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom.
So you let it shine and really see, really live. This is the best area to be in. You know, but yet, again, our people choose the latter. They choose the left-hand side, man. They choose the world. And that angers the Lord, man. Because you got to stay over there. Mind, body, and spirit. They, you know, talk about how cat words and all these, I gotta wear gloves and I gotta be violated just to get money. The Lord ain't gonna give you that just to give you the truth, give you riches. Alright? Well, Ace, our affliction is staying disciplined while we got opportunities to do dumb shit like y'all do. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta go through pretty much the same thing y'all gotta go through for staying the right. And then it's everlasting life and salvation, man. Life and everlasting salvation. You know? Going to the coming down, riding the clouds, riding the chariots. Alright? Inhabiting our homeland. Which is a land right now, but it's gonna be cleansed by thermonuclear fire. These apparatus out, we're part of that number. But yeah, they're coming down that land and reestablishing righteousness, reestablishing government, okay? Reestablishing order, peace. You know what I'm saying? When the sun go down, you go to sleep. When the sun go up, you wake up. You get to enjoy your family. You know, like everything will go back into its homeostasis. The whole entire world right now, nothing is in its homeostasis.
You got an alarm to wake you up. I ain't supposed to be up right now.
You shouldn't need an alarm. You shouldn't need a watch. You know? You should be able to, the watch is what the Lord made it to be, the sun. You shouldn't need walls. You know? Because the Lord is our walls. You shouldn't need no king, no governor, you know? But there will be order. Okay? YAHAWASHI, King David, the disciples, the elect.
And that's another thing, bro, if you don't mind, because it say he that loseth life shall find it. Because all of this shit, technology like TVs and phones and all of that bullshit, all of that shit ain't gonna be in the kingdom, man.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna go back to being social because you're gonna enjoy life. You know? You ain't gonna have to be
It's like, because I want to go back into that. I want you to touch on that as well, because we talking about when I said that, you know, there's going to be no need for a king. Because the thing about it, the law's going to be written in our inward part. It's going to be structured, ordered, but really, it's not like we're going to need to be told to do right or told to how it is now. People need to be governed. Okay? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be order and structure, but the governing, there's going to be no need for government. Right? Because everybody's going to be in order. You know? And Israel's going to be getting everybody else in order through and throughout. Okay?
Like I said, we going to be governing the heathen. Hey, y'all follow after our ways. For the mount of the Lord. You know, that's what they going to be saying. Because they are.
And really all Israel is going to inherit that, man. Even the 2/3, they're going to come in the second crop, the latter crop.
Yeah, I got this word govern from the Ishmael line. It says from the late 13th century, to rule with authority, Old French governor, to steer, to be at the helm of, to rule, to command, to direct.
So they're going to have to receive it. They already admire our ways anyway when you go to Deuteronomy in the 4th chapter. But what it is they don't see that as a nation. Make them pay attention to that people that the Native Americans ain't shit. So that's all that they know. But as many brothers have said, when a group of us go into a certain environment,
It's just all eyes is on us, man. That's because the spirit of YAHAWASHI has us in order, has us as one body, man. All right? That's how the world is going to be when they see us touching down, getting things in order and directing things, man. So keep praying. Keep careful.
Psalms 96 and verse 10. Say among the heathen that the Lord Yahweh reigneth. The world also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously.
Here you go. Why? Because when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Because we want to do it righteously. That's also going to the what's that, Sirach, where our kingdom is not going to be translated because we're not going to be doing it with injuries and riches gotten by deceit, all right, and in wickedness. We're going to be doing it the right way. That's where we at. That's why we at where we at now, because we went against the laws and the statutes and commandments of the Heavenly Father. So when it's written in our inward parts, there ain't going to be no reason for us to fall again. I'm not coming back to no fucking Babylon, man. Hell no. Ain't gonna be what? Oh, that's what this is for now. Overcoming this. You know? Bad backs, street fights. You know? He said street fights.
Street fights, you know what I'm saying? This is the thought of a possibility of a street fight.
That shit gonna hurt.
You know, that's just like you could lose your life over some dumb shit. Just that thought, that thought can be will be eliminated, and then our government will ensure that thought will be eliminated.
Exactly.
It's almost like everybody would it would be a better life than living like how we feel like when we behind it, a dark cloud over your head, taxes and shit. You just like, I can't pay this, I got this problem, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, now that's gonna be the truth. You're gonna, well, you're gonna have things, but like they say here, you're gonna have nothing and be happy. You know, you're gonna have a little bit and be happy, man.
They don't have a lot. They don't have a lot. They're gonna get the 10% of what they got. You know? But that's just how it works. Because that's ultimately the nation of Israel is going to turn to the whole nation will turn to the Levites. Probably what I say. Because the whole world is going to flood their into the nation of Israel. Man. The finest of the finest. Because when you have to give something to the, you couldn't give, you had to give things without blemish. You know, you give them to the priest, man. So they're gonna give us the finest gold. You gotta give us the best one. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, your 10% is only your best shit. Yeah, but you're gonna have a lot of shit though. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta get a big one to us. You know, and you want to be, you know, like you got hella grapes, and you gotta give us the largest one. Like, I got a long field. You greedy, you just want, you want the big one too.
Great guy.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot. Next harvest. What are you talking about? All you think the sweetest one. You know. Get that out. You know?
But hey, it's gonna be an honor for them to, oh my God, we gonna do this. We can't wait to give it to them. We're gonna love it.
They're gonna love it, man, because everything gonna be plentiful. And, you know, these people, because hey, the nations that's gonna be around us, they had to. It's not like they're just gonna get a new set of niggas, you know? It's gonna be like, damn, our immigration is ass. Like, it's gonna be a transition of people. They're gonna be down there.
They're gonna be out here waiting.
Yeah.
Once it shows up, just show up.
Well, everything's gonna transition accordingly, man.
It's Exodus 19:5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou
how we had to do with the Levites. We pretty much, a nation of Israel was pretty much the walls for the Levites. Because right in the center, everything was what? The Ark of the Covenant, the Levites, the tabernacle. You know what I'm saying? The Israelites were on the left side, man. You know what I'm saying? If you came there tripping, you had to run it to them. You know?
But the Lord broke down that veil, man. You know? So now we can go through him to the Heavenly Father as we are.
And at the end of the day, this is another thing that reigns supreme, which should constantly focus on, that this is going to show what's going to happen is the whole world's going to know that YAHAWASHI is dealing with us, man.
Yeah.
Okay? That like, you can imagine, it's going, because when I was, you talking about when we was in the wilderness, man, you know, and every time the chariot would just over it. You know what I'm saying? Every time when it stopped, that's when Yahshua stopped. Then Moses would stop right over the tabernacle. So if we say that, it gotta be a chariot just sitting over, you know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking as a man. But a chariot just sitting over Jerusalem, and like, you know what I'm saying? It's a humongous chariot, or you know, that's what the Most High, or Yahawashai would visit, man. We can't say Yahawashai because Yahawashai gonna be on the throne, baby. Yeah, but you know, because that's the way it was ordered, man. You know, so why would it change in that routine? That was a mighty way of living, man. It was an honorable thing because that's how Moses got his word. He'll go in there, that tabernacle, come out, give out the word. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. That was crazy, you know. And then we said all the nations, like I don't know when they offered everybody, you know, Moses went in, everybody came out to their door, and they bowed down, man. The chariot was over the tabernacle the whole time, you know. That's pretty much to say that it's going to be called Kal Halal YAHAWASHI. YAHAWASHI is showing this is what ultimately is going to happen, is that the whole nation in the world is going to know that he is the living power, that there is no other gods out there, man. Right? All that Buddha. Everybody's going to know for a fact. Like right now, it's an argument. What's the girl? What's it? All that's going to die once the Lord finishes what he's doing, and even when he establishes Israel, people are going to know that's God's people, and that this is the God that they serve, and that is the only God that exists. That's going to be a fact, an elemental fact, that there's no theories, no nothing. We got, you know, we understand, like people, you can't sit there and say, well, because some people don't even know about America like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a figment. You know, but that name still reigns in all kind of places. Yeah. That's how the nation of Israel and the Most High existing gonna reign and vibrate over the whole world, man. That everybody's gonna know. Hey, man, you know that God that goes in the mountain? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And people don't know for more than that. There ain't gonna be no mystery. Everybody gonna know. But the Lord say, hey, let's get that precept. He said, everybody shall know, you know, when he comes. You know, every knee shall bow. You know, everybody's gonna know. And then it ain't gonna be no, should we go to war with them? Now he's back. He's back. And according to what the prophets been saying, when that YouTube thing was bumping, they ain't leaving. That's what they say. They say they weren't leaving. You know what I'm saying?
Watching the movie Eternals the other day, and when they first came to the village that they was gonna be protected, they just, you know, they chariot just showed up out the mist, you know, came from a different dimension, and they just floated down, bro, like New Jerusalem. Like, so you gonna know. Yeah, you gonna like, oh, okay, all right, they somebody, you know,
and by the deliverance. By all this that's about to happen, chariots popping up, like everybody's gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Israelites get spiritual power society, like the Egyptians try to make themselves like real tall. They wanted you to feel like there was a physical difference. There's going to be a physical difference with us, man. That's a prestige image of a human being, man. All that goofy shit that these niggas try to do on these movies, like I watching that Vampire Diaries, they got people that can read minds and werewolves, and you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you got all these superheroes. We're gonna be all that, you know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be a chariot associated with it, and there's gonna be a proper name, YAHAWAH YAHAWASHI, associated with it, you know? And you're gonna know we ain't, how you get this from him. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all knew how we used to be. Y'all, you know, that's gonna be a conversation to have. Y'all know how we used to be. We used to be out here looking bad, Joe. You know? Now we used to be sackcloth, wearing that shit y'all be wearing. Man, nothing personal. Yeah, man. That's what we look for and hastening to, man. You know, Jake, 2/3 of our people got complacent. They like it here. You know, there's no skedaddle in them no more. You know, so now that they like it here, they make their little hammock, and now we like, man, hey, let's leave. And, you know, they too comfortable.
This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 22. Look unto me and be ye saved, all the ends of the earth. For I am the Most High, and there is none else. I have sworn by myself, the word is gone out of my mouth in righteousness, and shall not return, that unto me every knee shall bow, every tongue shall swear. Surely,
Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse 6, it says, But I beheld, and lo, he had raised himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region of the place where I could hear his raving, and I cannot.
Yeah, that's the size of the chariot that the Lord is going to come in on, man. That chariot, you know, it's like looking at the sky, you know. That's how much it's going to be stretching over. And considering that this earth is a globe, that's a lot of territory. Because you're turning. So you can kind of start looking over to the side and seeing the end of something if you're on the earth. You know what I'm saying? But this thing is going to be so humongous. You gotta know that this is going to be like a shadow. You know? It's going to be a powerful sight to see. You know?
And after this I beheld, and lo, all they that were that. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
Yeah. So that's all I wanted with that, man. Just showing the majesty, because the whole world will know that the Lord is the only living true power. Okay. Everybody's they're gonna know who. The power to name Yahweh at that point, man. They're gonna know not to even play, and they're gonna know to pray in that name, man. Like he just say it and be like, man, he's probably a Jake. No, heathen are gonna say that name with conviction. You know?
You did that with Jonah. It was like, hey man, who God is doing this to the sea? And Jonah pretty much like, hey, it's you. You know what I'm saying? After they threw him over the boat, they gave praises to the Lord, man, because the storm stopped immediately, man.
Yep.
They like, oh,
These are little ripples in the pond of him displaying his power. And so that it was conviction that it was him that did it. Not like, oh, it was me, you know, electricity, you know what I'm saying? You think you cutting it on, you paying a bill. When you see this, you're gonna understand why everything is moving in this joint. You know, you're gonna understand he's the one that's making everything work. You're gonna make the world think totally different, man. You know?
That's why I was gonna say, like the movie Independence Day, how they all got on top of that building, they got the sign like "Take Me," and they all happy to see the UFOs. It ain't gonna be like that. You gonna be feared from head to toe, man. You know, convicted at that.
Yeah. You know, they're gonna be shaking, man. Talk to us. They're too scared. Speaking as a man, but at the end of the day, you know, the point that I wanted to drive home is that the world will know that the whole entire world will know that the Most High is a true living power. Again, that's a beautiful thing. That's a whole, like everybody's gonna have to follow. There's no argument. Republican, Democrat, this leader, that leader, democracy. You know, it's not this big old argument of who and which way is the right way. You know? Go ahead, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. It says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all the kings of the earth shall wail because of him, even so am I."
Yeah, so everybody's gonna look. You know? His majesty, and that's the whole point, man. Like, that's why the Babylon's been risen up, as it says in Romans 9th chapter, how he raised up Pharaoh. Let's get that. He raised up Pharaoh to show his power. Okay? To deliver us out of Egypt, that was to show his power. And it worked. Because nations was like, oh, that's them that got delivered out that when the sea parted, and then you hear about them whipping these people ass and then whipping these people ass, and they're just working their way through all the way up the side of this, and you're like, man, I remember them boys, that land with them giants in it and all that. Like, this is crazy, you know? So Israel had a name for themselves, man. You know? As long as the Lord was with us, and that's why I said that it's going to be a beautiful thing, because the Lord's going to be with us 24/7, because we're not going to leave off. Or because when Jake start doing some dumb shit, the Babylon is garment, or, you know, forget they did something else, you know, and the Lord will stop defending us, man.
Like when the Hamites had the Ark of the Covenant, even though it was plaguing them, Israel was losing battles, and that represented YAHAWASHI, to the point when the Ark of the Covenant came back in the congregation, they shouted so loud that the nations was like, man, what's going on in the camp of Israel? They must have got their Ark of the Covenant back, you know? So they knew.
Yeah, man. When the Lord's gonna be permanently with us. That's what because we could boast, brag, reminisce, or future see, or whatever you want to call it, daydream. But at the end of the day, the Lord is going to get us there. In this very moment, He's working the same way. You know? And we're right now, really, in essence, we're the only ones that believe that He's working like that. The rest of our people, they want to know how, who, if He's there, who made Him, and all this. Like, they don't know who they're playing with. You know, so they're willing to ask outlandish, outrageous questions. They want to know who wrote it. You know, things of that nature, not realizing. You know, you better be happy for that footnote that we call the Bible, man. Because he's running everything as it is. This is like a big machine with no manual to it. You know? It's like a complex machine with you know what I'm saying? Like, people are components to a machine. The earth is components, the ecosystem, the food. All this is to keep the machine running at a smooth pace. There's no manual. You know what I'm saying? That's how Jake trying to run. They think, okay, I ate this food, I feel stronger. But you don't know that food gonna make your heart rush. You know? Like, you don't know the balance. You don't know things about balance. You don't know about how to treat other people. You know? How to treat the earth and let the earth get its rest. And we're dealing with the people that's running the earth that has no, not only do they have sense of it, but they don't care about it. You know? Just watch this one video, they had this Issacharite skinny man, about my size, he was skinny than me. He was eyes big as hell. He was like a 24-pack of Coca-Cola a day. He don't get tired. That boy said, like this. I'm a bus boy. He was a construction worker. He was a construction worker during the day, weighing cement. Man, I said that boy don't take no break. He don't get tired. But that boy worked. And then Esau filming him like, wow, I could really use this guy. Like, he's amazing. I'm thinking like, damn, bro, you gotta work like that, like, and then you got a person like, I can really use it. That's Esau, man. You know, they bring unfairness to this world, man. Injustice. You know.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 17. It says, "For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth."
Yeah. Getting back to the last point again, this whole the climax of everything, Jacob's trouble, the deliverance, ultimately gonna let the whole world know that there is one with the power, man. And that power is directly dealing with us. That understanding alone for the whole world will change a lot. You know, hypothetically, if that were to happen right now, do you understand the doors we could just walk through? You know what I'm saying, in this place? If everybody knows it, you know, not that I know, not people, you know how people in church, they can leave, but then you see that these people are the people that the God I believe in, how they be doing all that in church, doing, but they see us and they ain't gonna be, you gonna get everything. You gonna ask for a loan? Yeah, of course. No money down, I'm cool. Yeah, just take it. Matter of fact, here, you know, this is the thing. If you bless them, you'll be blessed. This hypothetical, if people were to accept the mentality, you know, you get pulled over, get off the house. You know, the people that anybody believe in God, you are pulled over, I believe in God. Yeah, I see you were like, oh, you know, hey, tell them I say, you know, woo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know how fast you were.
Oh,
How you doing, man?
how you doing? Matter of fact, follow me. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? Turn the lights on. You know, hypothetical. Because we don't want that type of living. We don't fuck this place. You know, but I'm just saying the impact of the mentality alone of knowing who our Heavenly Father is and everybody, and that impression being on it. We ain't gonna need help on top of that. Because our state of living is gonna reinforce who we are chosen by. Okay, who we are begotten by. Okay? They're gonna know all that arguing who are Israelites and we don't look, they laughing at us, laughing at us, scorn, vocab, you know what I'm saying? You know, they don't know we're the children of Israel, man. Yep. Y'all got something, man? That's all I got.
It's Isaiah.
That's just extra. That peaceful. Come on, man.
It's Isaiah.
Just gotta stop, man.
It's Isaiah 16, verse 5. and in mercy shall the throne be established. And he shall sit upon it in truth in the tabernacle of David, judging and seeking judgment and hastening righteousness.
Yeah, man. How about shower rain on top? It's in Abaratazah, we get to see that day. Kal Halal YAHAWAH shower on that day manifest, that everybody know who the true living power is. So there's no longer a debate, a fight, an argument, a misunderstanding of how we should be living and